back. Welcome back to another edition of More to Live For. Got a special one for you tonight. Got a good friend of mine, long overdue interview. Gonna tell us a little bit about how he grew up. You know what I mean? Double R for the people that's not familiar with that. That's Roanoke Rapids. We'll just dive into the conversation, man. What's good with you, bro?
Hey man, I'm good, man. I'm chilling, bro. Um, Born and raised from Hampton, Virginia. So I ended up coming down to North Carolina, going through school at ECU. So after graduating in 2011, I pretty much just hung around Greenville, and it's been my stomping grounds probably the last 15 plus years.
Okay, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I remember you telling me like when we had first met that you had played football for ECU, man. So how was that experience?
Well, actually, I actually never made it to the field at ECU, man. Trying to play football at ECU as a walk on, I went through the hurdle of financial aid, trying to get school paid for. So after 3, 4 semesters of trying to figure out how I'm going to stay in school, I pretty much just gave up the football dream and just focused on school. And from that point, focusing on school and grades and whatnot, I ended up having my first child my junior year of college, but I ended up fighting through, doing what I had to do. And me and her mother, now my wife, we ended up doing what we had to do to graduate and still finish school.
Okay, cool, man. I didn't know, you know what I mean, that you had that journey, you know what I mean, with football. So, man, I want to back up just a little bit and talk about your childhood, man. How was your childhood in that particular area of Virginia and, you know, eventually North Carolina?
Well, growing up in Hampton, bro, it was rough, man. Anybody from Virginia, anybody that's from, the 757 know what it's like. It's only a few of us that can speak on it, but it's some greats that come from that area. Um, you know, there's plenty of big names that you can go through, but I grew up in a neighborhood, Rip Rap Road. Um, some may be familiar with it, some may not, but typical, gun violence, drugs, this, that, and the third. But
Right.
for the most part, me and my brothers, we were in the. I'm not gonna say we were in the streets because we won't, but we were among them. You can say that. Um, we stayed out of trouble for the most part. Um, but when you in the neighborhood, you in the neighborhood. Ain't no getting away from it.
Right. Exactly, man. You definitely right on money with that. So so let me ask you this, bro. So doing your upbringing, man, like could you definitely tell that you benefited from having both parents compared to you know some of your friends that you may have grew up with?
Well, yeah, for the most part, I was raised with both of my parents. They ended up divorcing when I was probably about um, maybe 11, 12 years old, somewhere around there. But we went through our struggles on this side and that side. But my mom has always been, you know, the main presence. Um,
Right.
Raised in a single parent home, two brothers. Um, my dad on the outside. Um, we went through our struggles as a family and went through our struggles from, my dad's end. But for the most part, we all turned out okay.
So I ain't mean to be all over the place with the questions, but I definitely wanted to tap into a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like being the fact that you know we are fathers now, you know other fathers are watching this to you know kind of you know highlight you know how important that is you know in childhood. So I
Definitely.
definitely appreciate you for sharing that, man. So one thing I definitely you know heard you say, man, when you giving us a little bit of your backstory, man, the fact that you met your wife and did you say college or did y'all meet in high school?
No, we met in college. We
Okay.
met 2007.
Okay. And being that, you know, like you said, being that that you end up having a child with the fact that you both finish, like you put your your football dreams to the side and focus on finishing. So I definitely think that's important. So I definitely don't want to just to brush over that.
for sure. But man, that's probably you shouldn't have regrets. But one of the regrets I have is that I didn't do more to try to play college ball because that was always a dream of mine from childhood. So that's one thing I wish I would have accomplished. At least being able to get out on the field.
Right. Yeah, definitely, man. But it ironically, man, it's a lot of athletes, man, that they got to to take to take their sport to the highest level. A lot of them, regret not finishing school. So, it's kind of like a
Yeah,
catch.
that's true.
So, what I mean? Like you're doing better than you think, what I mean, or than other people think. You know what I mean? The fact that you finished. So I ain't wanting to brush over that. So something else I definitely want to touch on, man. The fact that that you are, uh Commanders Redskins fan. Y'all got that good win today, man. I think I want to shout y'all boys out to that, man, because y'all got a good win. And my Carolina Panthers, what they got left, they got a good win. So I think, me personally,
Yeah.
man, I think, the era of that quarterback, man, is slowly fading away, man.
Man, I'll tell you what, Taylor Heineke is the guy that's he's been underappreciated and overlooked. He should have been our starting quarterback from day one. Soon as they gave that guy a nod over the last year, Carson Wentz has the contract, so
Right.
obviously when it comes down to the business, he's gonna get the nod to be our front runner. But now that he's injured, he's gonna be out a couple weeks. Taylor about to ball out. I've been telling folk that Taylor different, man. Taylor Heineke is different.
Oh yeah, man, definitely, man. I think he definitely tested, man, because he got some big wins under his belt. When you go back and look at all the games that he played, he got some good primetime wins under his belt too.
Oh, definitely. Not only that, people don't respect the fact that he beat Tom Brady in a very clutch game going into I think it was going into the first week of the playoffs to close. It might have been to close out the season, or it might have been prior to the last game of the season. But he had a big win over them that sealed us
Yeah,
getting into the playoffs.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I think that was
Yeah, he balled out in that game.
2020 or 21. I'm not sure, but it wasn't that long ago. So your dude definitely
Yeah,
doing his thing, man. Definitely. So another thing, man, that my viewers may not know of, man. You got this banging sauce, man, that I want you to take the time out to promote, man, because I had it, and what I mean, I just want to know my I want my viewers to know the genius behind this. So
yeah, man. That sauce is a sauce. It's called Wicked Lime. It's a barbecue sauce, but it's got a hint of lime. But it's also got some smoke and some heat to it. Pints for $12, and the gallons. I'm trying to get back into selling the gallons for 35, but I always have pints. Something that I'm trying to get into a lot of merchandise. I want to retail it. So um, there's some steps I need to finish up, but I foresee this being a big, opportunity business wise. Something that I'm gonna be able to get into some of these local stores around Pitt County and possibly into Virginia because of my stomping grounds. Um, my business name is actually Rip Rap Chef. Rip Rap is the road, as I mentioned before, that I grew up on.
okay,
So that's near and dear to me. So it's also tattooed on my arm as well. So, like I
that's what's up.
said, that's something that's near and dear to me, and that's why I definitely had to make that the name of my business. But Rip Rap Chef LLC, you can look it up on Facebook. Have a Facebook page as well. You can contact me through there as well. Rip Rap Chef LLC. You can see pictures of some of the cooking that I do, whole hog barbecue, turkey barbecue, as well as the barbecue sauce, as I mentioned, Wicked Lime. So, that's what I'm into, trying to turn it into a bigger business. As I take further steps, I would like to possibly own a food truck. Um, if not a food truck, brick and mortar, I would like to get into a building somewhere. But cooking is my life, man. Cooking is my love, always has been. Um, that's something that my father probably, I would definitely say, put in me when I was 6, 7 years old. He's the one that put me in the kitchen, starting me on prep, showing me how to use a knife, uh, different things like that. So, yeah, that's about it, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So another thing, man, like the fact that you heavily involved in cooking and things like that, man. I definitely know that, this is just one of many pictures of you fishing, man. So I kind of want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about that, how you got into that, man. Like, is that something that you grew up doing?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely probably you can say I was raised in the womb fishing. Um, Dad had my mom out there pregnant with all three of us. So, fishing was something that I was definitely born to do. Been fishing since I was born. You can pretty much say that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I grew up fishing too, but I like to see people, to take it to the next level, man, to be out there in the ocean doing their thing. It's dangerous, but you know what I mean. You know what you're doing, and everybody else do too. So I think it's
Yeah.
cool, man. When people can do things that the others might not think we could do. To not be in the box per se. So definitely, man.
Fishing
So
is a way of life, man. It's definitely something that I'm passionate about.
oh yeah, definitely. I got another close friend, man. That's real passionate about that. I grew up doing it, but as I got older, I kind of started doing other things, and it just kind of fell on the back burner and kind of stayed up there. But it's
Yeah.
nothing if I put my mind to it to go do it. I wouldn't be a total stranger. So, but want to thank you for your time, man. You know what I mean. I kind of wanted to give my viewers and my subscribers a good understanding of the lifestyle. Somebody growing up in that area, man. And I also wanted to take time to shout out your salsa, man. So
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate it, man.
definitely, man. Definitely, man. So if it's nothing else, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. It's been another edition of More to Live For. Got a good one for you, man. Got the homie T with me, man. Growing up in Double R, Hampton area, man. Good dude, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Shout out to my subscribers, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check your status, man. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get the videos so I drop them. Why settle for less? My last name's Moore. It's the voice of the North. I'm out.